Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Shayan Bhador, your humble agent of happiness. As you know that we had been celebrating happy learning, under which we are learning different skills which are very crucial for almost every individual in today's world. So we did start talking about public speaking in my last video where I told you that how too much of attention can be very difficult for us to handle. And this is one of the strongest reasons that most of the time when someone asks us to speak publicly or to speak in front of an audience, we get nervous because we cannot handle too much of attention. In this video, we will continue with public speaking, wherein I'll talk about two things. One is observation, the other one is perception. We will talk about two things and we'll find out the relation, that how these 2 points are very crucial and how this point can help you to be a better public speaker. Now let us assume that I am standing here and in front of me I see an audience, a number of people sitting. So I can be in a boardroom where my senior or my reporting head has asked me to give a presentation on a certain topic. I can be in a function where I am giving a speech and there are many people who are sitting in the audience who are listening to me. So how observation and perception is interrelated and how it is helpful. Again, coming back to the same topic, which is attention. We did speak about ourselves. When we are the speaker, the moment we see so many eyes are looking at me, it becomes very difficult for me to handle so much of attention. But at the same time, I, as a speaker, I have to keep in my mind that every individual who's sitting in the audience, I need to give attention to that person. If I am not giving attention, then the person will not listen to me after a while. He or she will lose interest. Okay, he or she might feel left out. So this is why, in spite of the fact that we might be nervous whenever we are speaking, if we keep on looking at almost every faces, the faces which we can figure out, if we can keep on looking on these people, then all these people will keep listening to me or will try to listen to me what I am saying. Now at times it might be very difficult. Say for example, you are on a stage and there are very bright lights on your faces. So during those times, how you would be able to see everyone's face? Or maybe there are 1,000 people sitting in front of you. It is practically impossible for you to figure out each and every faces, right? So in those cases, what we can do is, we can just start. It's a process. It is called observation. Why I'm saying observation? Because we will make it an effort that if we start with the left side, we will first focus on the initial seats, okay, the front rows of the left side, of my left side. I will look at them and start the speech, and then I'll move to the right side where I then look into the first front rows. After that, I will take my eyes, or I'll try to look into the middle rows and then to the back row. So this is a process which we have to do while we are speaking. So we are speaking, we are looking at one particular corner of the room, and from there we are shifting our focus to another corner, and then to the people sitting at the back on the left, and then to the people sitting at the back on the right. It depends on the sitting arrangement, obviously. So if I am in a boardroom meeting, it is not that difficult because maximum 10 to 20 people are going to be there, and ideally they sit in a round table. But if I am on a stage, okay, or if I am addressing the crowd in a public area, then the chances of disturbances, the chances of people sitting anywhere is high. So that is why we would have to make an effort to look at every individual who are listening to us. This is observation. Now again, under observation, under your observation, there is another very crucial point. There are different people in an audience. So once we look at one face, we see that this face is very reactive. So he or she is reacting. He or she is nodding his or her head whenever you're saying something. He or she is also smiling or getting serious or accepting whatever you're saying. So these people give us confidence. We will always find one or two people among an audience who will always be like that, who will appreciate whatever you are saying. Now, along with these people, there will be several other people who has got a face which doesn't have a reaction. They are very less reactive. They are very less expressive. Okay, so these faces you can't figure out that what is happening. I mean, he or she will look at you, but you don't know whether he or she is appreciating whatever you're saying. He or she is even listening to whatever you're saying. You're not sure about it. So such faces might make us more nervous. So what can we do? We cannot avoid looking at those faces, right? Because they are also a part of the audience, and this is just a perception that we have. This is the perception I was talking about. You perceive that they are not liking your speech, or they are more learned than you, or they are your superiors, they are your seniors, or they might not be interested in what you're saying. Okay, so this is our perception only. It has happened with me several times that when I was giving a speech, I thought that these 3-4 individuals, they were not at all interested to listen to me, and there were so many others who were actually appreciating what I am saying. After the speech, among those 3-4 individuals, 2 of them came to me and said, "You have spoke really nice. You have really mentioned this particular point nicely, and that particular point was awesome." The way they talked to me, I understand that they were actually listening to me very carefully and they were appreciating. But just that they do not express on their face, so I cannot go and tell them that, "Hey, why you're not expressing?" Okay? And I cannot avoid this kind of people as well, because if you don't look at one particular row, then they will feel left out. Let us do an example. Say, for example, right now I'm giving a speech, okay? If I stand like this and I speak continuously for the next 5 minutes, will you feel the same interest to listen to me? Because I'm not even looking at you. But here I look at you in the camera, and through the camera I'm looking at you, so you will be more interested to listen to what I am saying. The same thing happens when you stand on a stage or on a platform, or you're facing a podium and you're giving a speech. If you're not looking at one part of the audience, they will feel left out, and eventually they will lose interest to listen to whatever you're saying. So observation, you need to observe everywhere. At the same time, you need to perceive that, okay, this face is making me nervous. So what I'm going to do is, I will just look through them. Okay, I will not focus on that particular face. I will look through that row, and I will keep on focusing on those faces through which I am getting confidence. Those faces who are accepting, those faces who are smiling, who are appreciating. I will keep on looking at those faces, and at the same time, I'll keep on looking at the audience as a whole. So when you look at an audience as a whole, you are not focusing on any particular face, but yes, among the audience, if you know someone, if someone is close to you, if you see that this face is giving you confidence, keep on looking at those faces, because that will give you the boost to speak even better. So this is the story of observation and perception, the way you perceive a particular person in an audience. And you can use it. You can use this method which I shared right now. You can use it to your advantage, and you will see that you will be speaking in a much better way, and you will be explaining in a much better manner. You will be much more fluent as well. So if you like this, keep on commenting in our video. I will continue with the public speaking, and there will be several other points which I'll keep on discussing, and you can actually start practicing by watching these videos and trying to follow whatever I am asking you to do, and I am sure that you will taste success. Thank you for listening to me. Happy learning.